Hi, I'm retired professional triathlete TJ Tollakson, CEO of Dimond Bikes, and today it's the battle of the food processing devices for ice cream. Don't have a container for this one. Yes. Have you ever finished a hard day of training, had your dinner at night, and then thought, wow, I could really use a big bowl of ice cream? But then, on second thought, you don't want to ruin that day's training, ruin your calorie goals, ruin your macronutrient content.
What have I done?
And so you think, gee, maybe I should just have some blueberries? Well, I've got some good news for you. You can have your ice cream, meet your macronutrient goals, meet your training goals. Your guilty, guiltless pleasure ice cream can be yours, and I'm going to show you how. You saw in my Yonanas video how to make delicious ice cream that meets those goals, and today it's all about the challenge, who makes the best. Yonanas, Vitamix Pro Series, BLENDTEC 825 Connoisseur, and by the way, that's a Vitamix Professional 750. It's a lot of horsepower on the table here, and we're gonna make some ice cream. So, I got a bag of frozen bananas, I got some macadamia nuts, I got some frozen dark cherries, and I got a little bit of pure vanilla extract. So, that's all we're gonna use.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
We're gonna get after it here. So I'm gonna use this bowl to pour my ingredients in first. I gotta use 1 2/3 bananas since I only have 5 bananas. Keep in mind, when you have your bananas, you wanna make sure that they are definitely leopard spotted. You do not want them fresh, green at all. You want them to have them nice and ripe. I'm gonna count these out here, 2, 4, 6 macadamia nuts, and get some frozen cherries in here. He's gonna turn my hands. 2, 4, 5. We'll put one more to make 6. That's gonna be 1 2/3 bananas, 6 cherries, 6 macadamia nuts. We're gonna start with Yonanas right now. Oh, buddy.
Some assembly required.
All right, so I want to mix these in here because the Yonanas is not going to be evenly combined. It will not be homogenized. So I'm going to stick a couple cherries, 1 macadamia nut. I'm going to put some more banana on top of there, more cherries, a couple more macadamia nuts. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to smash it down inside here. We're going to make some ice cream. Now we want to finish with all banana on top because you'll see that's one of the downsides of the Yonanas. It will get caught in here. Not as much is going to come out. We're going to turn that off, and again, with this, you're going to see there's a fair amount of this ice cream that is caught inside here. So you can see I've got a fair amount still in here. So I'm gonna grab a spoon and try to, making a mess, making a giant mess. Throwing ice cream on the floor. I'm just gonna spoon some of this out. So there we have it. This is one. You can check out what this looks like. I mean, it looks like ice cream, right? That's pretty good. Now we're gonna jump over here to the Vitamix. We're gonna do the same thing. I didn't put vanilla in, so I guess we're gonna leave the vanilla out of all of them just to be fair, right?
That's only fair.
5 and 6 cherries. We're gonna put the lid on this guy. Now this has a tamper, so if we need this on the tamper, but it's got a special frozen dessert mode on it right there. We're gonna turn the power on and gonna let it run through its cycle. We're gonna calm that down. 80 some decibels, but you can see one of the challenges of the Vitamix is that when you do low volume, not everything's getting into the blade, and it was too far down for the tamper to reach it. So I am going to smash this down with this tamper. I'm going to put this back on, and I'm going to hit that start button again and let it blend for a little bit. I don't want to over blend this. I don't want this stuff to melt. We're gonna call this the ice cream mix here. I'm gonna use this same spoon. We're gonna spoon this guy out. You're gonna see this is actually a little bit chunkier probably, but the Mac nuts are probably gonna be a little bit smoother. So the only way to really avoid that with the Vitamix is to make bigger batches. And so if I was gonna put 6 full bananas in there, I could have that. Again, if portion control is something you struggle with, this might not be the mix for you, but you can go ahead and take a look at this right here. You can see, wow, that's beautiful, and still looks like ice cream. The last one, we're gonna hit this BLENDTEC up. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these cherries. I will also use this with the tamper, just in case I need it, but it's got a sound enclosure, so it should be a little quieter. Turn the power on to this guy. Wait till it turns on. All right, I'm gonna hit level 5 because that's the biggest one.
Was that it?
Yeah, so you can see already, I've already moved it out of the blade. It's not touching anything. That's a little bit of a problem with this. It's fairly easy to stop, and it's because I have this special lid with the tamper. It's fairly easy to jump in here with the tamper as well and push down. You can see this tamper is obviously a little bit smaller, so it's harder to reach. So what I'm going to do is smash this down as much as I can into the blade before I turn it back on, and we'll see what happens. See, much quieter with the sound enclosure on. You can see I'm still not quite reaching all of it, so I'm gonna take this off, take the lid off. I'm gonna smash down the corners again into the blade to see if I can't get this to just mix a little bit better. All right, take that sound enclosure off. Gonna spoon this guy out.
Yummy.
So it hasn't been totally homogenized in there. There are some chunks of fruit and nuts in here, but it's still pretty smooth. It's frozen. It has an ice cream consistency. So here are my 3 samples. I've got, first I'm gonna try this Yonanas. You can see it's nice and frozen. I'm gonna stir it up a little bit more before I take a bite. But you can see even after I mixed all these, it's still fairly frozen. So it's a little nutty, right? So it kind of tastes like there are chunks, kind of like crunchy peanut butter. Chunks of macadamia nut in here. Some chunks of cherry in there as well. Man, it is good. Sure tastes like ice cream. Gets that sweet tooth, hits your macronutrients. No sugar added. It's pretty good. Next, I'm gonna move over here to the Vitamix. I'm gonna stir this up a little bit again. So this also has a few chunks.
Just the way I like it.
Way sparser nuts in this one than the previous one. BLENDTEC, I'm actually most impressed with the blending of this. Obviously you saw me stop it a couple times. We do see some chunks in this one as well. It definitely has a different kind of color to it and a different consistency than the others, but we'll give it a taste. So this is actually smoother except the chunks of nuts. You can see this one right here. It's got some much bigger chunks than what could pass through the Yonanas for sure, but there's also some really creamy spots with no nuts whatsoever. I would say in terms of ice cream consistency, this one with the nuts, the BLENDTEC wins for that. I would say for single serving, ease of use, quickness, Yonanas, man, if it's just you want to make one bowl of ice cream, you saw what I put in there, man, that's a great 1 serving size. And I think a fuller container would give a better argument to the Vitamix, but I'm gonna go ahead and rank this last. As much as I love this Vitamix, I'm gonna say, bam, winner with the BLENDTEC. Second place, runner-up, honorable mention, goes to Yonanas, and your bronze medalist, Vitamix Pro Series. There you have it. You're not gonna make a bad choice because look, I got great ice cream here. Three different kinds, flavors, consistencies, all the same ingredients. Happy desserting.